Terus coba ulangi. Hah? Ya.
Now I close my eyes now, and I'm dreaming right
Look at her. These people.
Why's he coming up?
Because I'm not turned it on.
here on my own.
Good.
No, you're right.
Hey, let's get some good energy, guys.
Use
I
that.
celebrate.
I saw your little wiggle.
I don't know.
I need whatever you're on.
I'm a dreamer. Woo, 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 woo. Hey, Susie. It's so good to see you all. I'm so excited. We get started in a minute, guys. Who's excited? Whoop, whoop. Right, guys, little boogie. Woo, 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 woo. Yay. Get it, girl. Get it, Izzy. Go, Christine. Go, Susie. Yeah, go, Mum. Go, Frankie. Woo. Oh, I love you guys. Love your energy. Okay, guys, so who's excited? Woo! No, it's so good. I love that song. So yeah, so excited, guys. Welcome to tonight's Zoom Sunday call. Tonight is all about our 90-day game plan, celebrating, of course, the last 90 days, which has been absolutely incredible. So any of you that are like new to the business on the call, maybe like let us know, maybe put a little something in the chat. But you might be thinking like what we're talking about what we've been doing the last 90 days. Well, don't worry, you're on the right call at the right time, because we're actually now about to restart another 90-day game plan. And I'm actually going to start this call by talking about that. I'm going to explain to you what a 90-day game plan is, so that you can come and get involved in our next 90-day game plan. You're going to hear some of the diamonds and how this, how the past 90 days has actually changed their businesses and how it's actually changing their life. So you're going to hear the power of 90 days and how life-changing it can be for your business. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about the 90-day game plan so that you can get involved in it, and obviously it can give some of you a refresher. You might pick up some tips for your next 90-day game plan, because it's all about learning and constantly growing and thinking like, how can you get better all the time? Like, that's what I'm like for me personally, I'm really proud of how I've personally performed in the last 90 days. But I feel like I could actually still do better. I don't know if anyone else feels like that. I feel like I could still do better. So I'm so excited for the next 90 days to do the same and do even better. So I hope that you guys have got that mindset as well, because it's, a constant ongoing journey of always upping your game, always getting better, always growing, and just doing, and just so that you can be the best that you can be. So I'm going to talk about that, the 90-day game plan, and then we are going to end it with some celebrations, okay, guys? So the call's going to be 8 p.m. till 9 p.m. tonight. We might have to do a new link probably halfway through, so you guys have to jump on. but it's going to be absolutely amazing. So I love energy, guys. So I want to see your energy. I want to see you sitting up. I want to see your pens and papers at the ready. And let's just really soak this in, because I just want to, I want to get straight into the celebration, but I've got to like, no, Amy, I've got to do some training first, and then we can have the celebration. So I've got to keep telling myself, Amy, do a bit of training first. Calm down. Don't get too excited. I think I need to just have a little breather. Getting myself all excited. Right. So, 90-day game plan is all about being consistent every single day and having 100% focus with no distractions. It basically means doing your DMO every single day, which is your daily method of operation. And I'm going to share with you like a simple DMO. And, you know, you can like speak to your upline, find like, you know, one that really suits you. But the basics of a DMO is basically adding new people every single day. So if you're using Facebook, it's adding new Facebook friends. If you're using Instagram as well as Facebook, it's adding new people on Instagram as well. And obviously this is really important because you want to be consistently growing your network. Like, I've been in the business for 7 years and I get 20 to 30 new customers, 5 to 10 new team members every single month. And I've done that every month for the last 7 years because I'm consistently adding new people every single day onto my social medias. So initially, I never run out of people, and neither will you if you are adding new people every single day. Okay, that's a really important thing. So I add 30 new people on Facebook, 30 new people on Instagram. That's me, but you will have to figure out your number. Figure out whether you want to add 5 a day, 10 a day, whatever it might be, but it needs to be a number that you can commit to and you can stick to every day for the next 90 days. And I always say to my guys, like, choose your minimum. Like, choose your minimum. And then some days you might do more, great, but choose a minimum that you know that you can stick to, that you can be consistent at, so that you can build up your confidence. Because when you write something down and you say to yourself, I'm going to add 5 new people on Facebook every single day, every time you tick that off your DMO, you're going to start to build up this feeling of good and this feeling of confidence that you are going to show up and you're going to do it. So that's why you want to pick a number that you know that you can stick to, because you're going to build up your self-esteem with it. And that's really important, because it's all about how you feel every day. When you tick that off your DMO, you're building up your self-esteem, and that will build more as we go through the 90 days. So adding new people is really important. Choose your number and stick to it. Posting. So we actually have an amazing group all about posting. It's called the Post Ideas Diamond Dreamers. And there's loads of post ideas in there that you can use if you're stuck for product posts, business posts, whatever it may be. We actually have a whole other training all about posting, which is in that group. So if you want to know more about posting, go and check that out. But I would always recommend that on your story, so on your story feature, on your Facebook and on your Instagram, if you're using Instagram, you can post, like, I would say post on that as much. The more you can post on your story, the better. Your story is limitless. So post on your story, go to town on that. We have training on that. And we actually have an amazing training next week coming, all about your stories, with Christine. So Christine's shared something with me. We're going to share it with you next week. So got that to come. So more in-depth training on stories. But yeah, just go to town on your stories. I'm not going to do too much training right now on these initial things, because we have trainings on posting. Like, the Post Ideas group is there. Go to that group, go and watch the training video that's in there at the top of that group if you want to know more about posting and all the different things you need to post about. I've also done a training video on adding and how to find your tribe. So again, there's a Zoom recording of that. It's in the Diamond Dreamers. It will come up on the Diamond Dreamers training Zoom call tag, or if you search like adding people, I think it will come up, or ask your mentor. But go and have a look in Diamond Dreamers, because there is a training video that I've done before all about adding, how to add people and find like your dream team on social media. So add, post. I've said about your story is limitless. But I would say on your wall, you need to be posting 5 to 8 times. So it's really about thinking about what your content's going to be, really thinking about, I mean, keeping it really simple. It needs to be results of the products, results of the business, sharing your lifestyle and adding value. But I would say on your wall, 5 to 8 times. On your story, absolutely limitless. But again, choose your number that you can be consistent with and stick to it. And then the next part of the DMO is message and follow up. So we have birthday messages. Who knows what your birthday messages are? Give us a wave. Whoop, whoop. It's basically messaging people on your Facebook that it's their birthday. It's basically wishing them a happy birthday. That's all that is. And these are mega important. We have connection messages where we reach out to people and we thank them for following us and for viewing our stories. We have open messages, which are really important, where we do product and business open messages, where we invite people to taking a look to the products, or we invite them to taking a look at the business. And it's really important to know that, especially if you're fairly new in the business, you actually have to reach out to people and invite them to take a look. You know, don't be frightened of that. That's part of our job, is we have to invite and share the products and share the business. And by doing that, we actually have to work through our Facebook friends list and actually invite them to taking a look at what it is that you're doing, because you've got to remember that you could actually be doing them a disservice if you're not going to share it with them. So you really think about how you're going to be helping them. And then obviously we have like chasing likes. So anyone that likes your posts, you can message them as well. People that are voting on your polls, on your stories. And then you can also go to your story views as well. It's also a great way to reach out and message people. So again, like, choose your numbers and stick to it. So just adding to that, I'm just going to share with you my DMO. Just so like maybe it will help anybody new on here. So I've got my little notebook. It says Daydreamer because I'm a dreamer. So every single day I write the date at the top. I write what day I'm on my 90-day game plan. I write a few affirmations. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. And then I write, so I've got my birthdays here. I've got my add 30 and my add 30 on Facebook and Instagram, which I like to do a little tally chart with. Then I've got my new accepts. So basically, the people that I added, I add 30 new people on Facebook every single day. And then what you can do is go to your friends list and go to recent. And then those that have accepted my friend request, I will then love on their profile. I'll send them a message. I'll thank them for accepting my friend request. And, you know, just really kind of like open up like that conversation, introduce myself a little bit. And then I write their name down in my DMO, okay? And that's what these are. Because these names are going to come handy in a little while. Then I do my business and product open messages, which mine is I do 5 as a minimum. And then I have my connection messages. So all I would say is, rather than going into all of that into too much detail right now, is we do this together. I do business blitzes. Monday to Friday, I do business blitzes where we do our birthday messages, we do our add-in, we do our open messages, we do our connection messages, and I actually put the messages in the Zoom chat for you to use. So I would recommend to get on the blitzes. That's going to help you with probably more about what I'm talking about, so that you can then get your hands on these messages that I'm talking about. But basically, guys, it's really simple. So if you just draw a triangle quickly for me now, this is just a really simple visual way of looking at a DMO. So draw a triangle, and at the top of that triangle, you're going to put add. The next corner, you're going to put post. And the next corner, you're going to put message / follow up. So if you base your DMO around that, then you can't go wrong. Add, post, and message, okay? but that's what I do, is I add my 30, and then when they accept, the next day I connect with them and I write their names down. I do my birthday messages, I do my connection messages, and then I do my open messages. And then obviously I do my follow-ups as well, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, but that's basically my DMO. I write their names down so I know it's done every day and I can tick it off. So, and then what I do is once I've done so if you're new to this, once you've done like a week or two of this, guess what? You can go back to the front of your book at the people that you added a week or two ago, and guess what? You can, all those people that you added a week or two ago, because you've written their names down, you can go and message them the open message. So that's my system, because I've been in the business for 7 years. So I've pretty much spoke to all of my Facebook friends. So that's why it's really important for me to add new people. And then it's those new ads that I then send the open messages to in like a week or two's time. And I work my system like that, and I just keep going through that system, because for me, I'm then speaking to 5 brand new people every single day as a minimum. But I would say if you're new to the business and you've got like 500 or more Facebook friends, then I would say go and work through your Facebook friends. Once you've done that, then you can get into this system of the adding, because then you'll never run out of people. Okay? So that's that. Add, post, message. Choose your numbers that you can stick to and be consistent with. Adding on to that, so I have my DMO book, and then I have my other little book. You can never dream too big. So in this book, I have products at the front, business at the back. And guess what these names are? These are the people that have shown an interest in the products, for example. So they've voted on my poll about a transformation. And I've messaged them to say, thanks for voting on my poll. I'd love to share some more information with you. They say, yes, please. I'm really struggling with my energy. So I'm like, right, name down in my little book. Then they don't get back to me. Oh no, I can go back to my book every few days and give them a little, and I can use the follow-up message so on the business blitzes, I've got 3 follow-up messages that work an absolute treat. And I will follow up with them, because I've had so many people that are interested, guys. But so many people have gone, oh my God, yeah, Amy, I'm so sorry. I opened your message and then I got distracted with something else and I totally forgot to reply. So thank you so much for popping up again. So just remember that through this journey, when you're messaging people and they don't reply, it's not that they've on purpose ignored you. It's because they're busy and they're not building an online business like we are. You know, they're not online as much as us. So I've got, like I say, I've got 3 really good follow-up messages that I use, that I share on the business blitzes every day, which I'm going to share when I do those at the end of the course, so you can write down all the times of them. So I then know that everyone that has shown interest in the products, if they've replied at least once, then they go in my book. And then I have the same with the business. And so what I'll do is I'll kind of keep adding my names in until I meet in the middle of this book. And then I'll get a new book. But it's really nice because it's you can't remember everyone that you speak to, guys. You can't. Like, I can't. Oh my God. If I don't write the names down, I don't know. I wouldn't know who the hell I'm speaking. I wouldn't remember. So I write their names down and I will follow up with them until they either join or buy, or until they say a date that they can get started, or until they say, like, no, it's not for me right now. And if it's not for them right now, well, I'll follow up with them in 6 months' time. And I'll say, how you doing? What are you up to now? How's lockdown been for you? Or how have you been since lockdown? Like, I'll check in with them still in 6 months. I wouldn't just never talk to them again, because 6 months from now or a year from now, things could be totally different. Or like another 90 days from now, they could be ready. or even in 60 days from now, they could be ready. So DMO book of names. And that'll be really good for you to also see how many people that you are actually speaking to about the product and about the business. Because if you're either struggling to get team members or struggling to get customers, and if you don't have a book of names, then you're not talking to people. Or you might have a book of names, but you need to speak to more people, or you need to be better at following up. Like, I've had to really get better at my follow-ups, which is why I've implemented this, and it's really helped me. So fortune is in the follow-ups, and yeah, so that's that. So that is basically your DMO. Tracking, your adding, your posting and your messaging, and your book of names of your product and your business conversations, okay? So that's the DMO side. The next part is we have our health and our body side of the 90-day game plan. Because we're in a product business, we're in a health business, it's really important that we are actually on a health transformation. And, you know, guys, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I always am. Me and Frankie watched the convention together on the Friday night. And I'm sure Frankie won't mind me speaking for both of us. Like, me and Frankie both looked at each other and we were like, we're both a product of the product. Like, we both work out, like we both share our journey, our health journey. We both like eat clean, like 80-90% of the time. But and I said, I was like, well, when was actually the last time that I actually shared like a body transformation, like an updated one? Like, and I haven't done a new one in such a long time. So I was like, watching that convention, I was like, right, I need to do a new like health transformation. I'm going to do a new body transformation of like here and now, where I am right now, an up-to-date journey, an up-to-date transformation. And I'm going to post about my nails more, because I haven't done that and I want to do that more. Like, my nails are so much stronger. My hair, like, I'm going to just post about my, like, more of a transformation. Yes, I'm a product of the product. Yes, I'm sure I'm a health journey, but I need an up-to-date health and body transformation. So that's what I'm doing. So make sure that you are going to like work on some sort of transformation where you are going to like do photos or take people on a journey with you with where you're at right now. So I want to trim up a little bit. Like, there's a few things that I want to work on. So I'm going to really go to town on that. And again, guess what? That's going to give me even more content to post about. So that's the next thing. So your body and your health transformation part of the 90 days. And then the final part is our mindset. So you'll hear from so many of the diamonds in a little while of how their mindset is such a massive thing in this business. And you guys know that I talk a lot about what you put out to the universe, your thoughts, or what you say is kind of like what you're going to manifest back into your life. And it's so true. You know, I didn't know a lot about all of this before the business. Like, I'm so grateful for this business that's opened up my eyes to all this other stuff. That's the great thing about this business, is there's so much more than like just a business. Like, it's so much more than that. So working on your mindset, and it's actually thinking about who you actually want to be as a person. You know, do you want to be a negative Nancy, or do you want to be a positive Polly? You know, what sort of person do you want to be? You know, like, do you want to be like someone's sort of sunlight in their day? You know, so it's thinking about who you actually want to try and be as a person. You know, so your mindset, growing your mind. So every single morning I make sure that and this is something that I do struggle with, that I have to tell myself, Amy, it's important to put yourself first. It's so important to put yourself first. So even if it's just 5-10 minutes in the morning before you get on your phone, write down gratitude. So even if it's just like 3 things, 5 things, again, choose your number that you can stick to. Even if it's just one thing, write down one thing that you're grateful for every single morning when you wake up. It will transform your mindset. I aim for 10, but again, even if you can just do one, if this is new, do 1 gratitude. And then we do affirmations. So like an affirmation is like, it's kind of almost tricking yourself into believing something at the start. You know, I always struggled with self-belief, especially at the start of this business. And if like, I really notice a difference in my mindset and in my self-belief if I don't do my affirmations. You know, so like your affirmations are things like, you know, I am amazing, I am senior partner, I am an amazing leader, like positive. So almost like if you have like any limiting beliefs that you feel that are like holding you back, like sometimes I've said to myself in the past, like, oh, you know, I'm not good enough, I'm never going to be whatever. Like changing that into a positive to be your affirmation. And it's almost like, you might not believe it at the start, but it's almost like writing that affirmation down every single day. You almost, over time, you start to trick yourself into actually then believing it. So gratitudes every morning, affirmations every morning, meditation's awesome as well. Just sort of being open to all these things. And again, it's finding what works for you. It really is. Like, I find that listening to some sort of meditation or hypnosis at bedtime really helps me to clear my mind, switch off, because my mind can get quite busy, as you guys can probably see. So I just have to, like, you know, clear my mind a little bit. So meditation's really good at just clearing my mind so that I can feel refreshed and ready to take on the day the next day. And I'll just fall asleep to it. So again, it's just finding out what works for you and looking after you, and just working on that mindset. So you each and every single one of you on this Zoom, you'll know what you'll need to work on in your mindset. Only you will know. You know what goes on in your head. If you're somebody that struggles with belief, then you'll know what you'll need to work on. Like, you'll know what area it is that you need to do in what I've just said. So that's our 90-day game plan. Business, body and mind, 90-day game plan, where we work on our business, we work on our body transformation, and we work on our mindset. Okay? And that is really as simple as it is. And it's really just, I think about it as every single day, your only competition is you. You know, there's no point in comparing yourself to anybody else. What matters is what you do that day on your business. It's between you and it's like between you and your phone. It's like between you and your DMO book. That's your competition, is yourself and you and your DMO book, and showing up every single day to be the best that you can be. And, you know, I always aim to be better than what I was yesterday. And if you can do that, then just taking one day at a time and just doing one day at a time. Be better than what I was yesterday. I want to be, you know, I want to be better, one day at a time. That's all you can do. Then that is your only competition, because that's all that matters. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to set our goals. So really have a write down, have a think about what you want, what position do you want to be in the business in 90 days from now. So I want you to write it on a bit of paper that you've got there. I want you to write it in big writing, and I want you to show it on the screen. Me and Frankie made our pledge the other night. So my goal for the end of the 90 days is EMD, baby, September 2020. That's my goal. So you're going to say, I commit to my new 90-day game plan. I am EMD Club 39 in September 2020, and I've signed it. So what I want you to do is write that down. What position do you want to be? And sign it. Woo! Go, Louise. Whoop, whoop. Louise going for QSSC, baby. Love it, guys. Get it written down. Awesome. I can't quite see them all. SC. Woo! Go, Emma. Love this, guys. Awesome. So write down your goals. Hold on. Yeah, the position, and then like I've said, think about the person that you want to be in 90 days from now. It's really, really important. Yeah, date it, sign it. And then what you can do is then break. So once you know what you want to achieve in 90 days. Yes, Maggie. Whoop, whoop. SP reconfirmed. Love that, girl. Woohoo. love it. Loving the comments in the chat as well. Then what you can then see, so if you want to be, so for example, you want to be senior partner by the end of the 90 days. Okay, so what do you want? How many new customers do you need to get? How many new team members do you need to get each month over the next 3 months? Again, break it down and figure that out and commit to it. And then you can figure out, so from that, you can then figure out your activity goals. So back to the DMO. Once you know what your goal is, once you know what you want to hit each month in terms of, you know, maybe you want to aim for 5 new customers each month and 1 new team member each month. Then you can then figure out, okay, so I'm going to add 5 people a day. I'm going to do this many business open messages or whatever it might be. So you can figure out your numbers depending on what your goals are and what you want to stick to and be consistent with. I know that Mum wanted me to get you all to use the Diamond Dreamers testimonials page, the group more. So I might get Mum on to speak about that in a minute. So we have DMOs and blitzers, okay? So you might want to write this down. So Monday, well, basically every day of the week, Monday to Sunday mornings, every single morning, we have a power hour, a DMO power hour, which is run by one of the amazing fellow Diamond Dreamers leaders. And on a weekday, they're at 7 a.m. And on the weekend, I think they're at 8 a.m. So you've got those to tap into if you want to do your, you know, it's really amazing to do the DMO with, you know, other team members. And I know that a lot of diamonds are going back to work, so that's why they get their DMOs done at 7 a.m. They go off to work, and guess what? They can tick that off, and they know they're being consistent in the business, and you know they're going to get their position. Because everybody that's smashed the last 90 days, they have been doing their DMO every single day. Then we have business blitzes that are with me. So Mondays and Wednesdays are at 10:30 a.m. and 3 p.m. And then Tuesdays, Thursdays and Fridays are at 1 p.m. So you can get you and all your team on these. Some of you might do your own with your own team, which is amazing. Just really helps to all get on together and we all blitz our businesses and we all smash our DMOs together. And then you might just want to write down that we have other calls, so like evening calls. So on Monday night, every single Monday night at 8 p.m, we have an opportunity call, which is there for you to plug your potentials into, to find out more about the products, to find out more about the business. So every Monday, 8 p.m, opportunity call. And also if you're new, then you need to be getting on the Monday night calls because they really help you to learn a lot about the products and the business. Tuesday night, we have team training. It's the whole team winning call, which is every Tuesday at 8:30. So you want to be writing these down so you know what's on, so you can get organised. Wednesday nights at 8 p.m, we have a Diamond Dreamers opportunity call, which is run by Wendy. Again, another great call for you to plug in your potentials, to find out more about the products and the business, and hear some amazing stories. Friday nights, every Friday, we have a pajama convention. So again, you've got those on every Friday, 8 p.m. And then obviously every Sunday at 8 p.m, we have a Diamond Dreamers team training. So most of these are recorded. I would say just get on as much as you can. Again, it does depend on what your goals are from the business. But again, you'll hear that the people that are smashing this business right now, that have had amazing, you know, that have really changed their businesses and changed their life over the last 90 days, they're doing their DMO every day. They're doing a health transformation. They're working on their mindset. And they're getting on as many Zoom calls as they can. They're staying close to the fire. So before we get into our celebrations, which we're going to do in a minute, one final thing is that I don't know if all of you have seen this or not, if you've missed it, but we have our free challenge that's starting tomorrow, the Summer You 10-day free challenge, which is amazing to get potentials into, to find out more about the products, which you can then turn them into customers. So we've got that starting tomorrow as day one, in case any of you missed that. And then obviously it's the end of our first 90 days. So you guys need to send me your points in for the incentive so that I can announce the winners of the amazing prize, which is going to be amazing. Which also means we're starting a new 90-day game plan, which means another new incentive, which is going to be coming. So watch out for that, which is going to be incredible. And I think that's it from me. So what we're going to do, guys, now is we're going to move on to our celebrations. Just quickly before we do that, I think just for the last couple minutes, Mum, did you want to talk about the testimonials group that you wanted to do?
Yeah, I can speak about the testimonial group. Basically, we've got this amazing testimonial group that is the Diamond Dreamers testimonial group, and I don't think any of us use it as enough as we ought to or could do. Now, I know we've got John's testimonial group, which is absolutely amazing, but I don't know about you guys. I'm a bit reluctant to add any potentials into that group for fear that they might get talked to or poached by other people. So I don't personally add anyone in there unless they're already in the team. So I just thought that I remembered someone in my team before, and someone in my team just recently has had amazing results with orders, particularly because the previous one used to add people to the testimonial group, and then she didn't have time to do all the big messages and things to people. So what she was a teacher, so what she used to do was just say, look, would you like to go into the testimonial group? You can read all the different things in there, and then I'll get back to you later tonight. And that's made a massive difference to her. And I just thought, do you know what, we've got our own testimonial group. None of us girls are going to poach off each other. So let's make sure all our own testimonials are in that group, whether they're video, whether they're text, whether they're pictures, whatever they are. And if you can put a general testimonial in there about all of your testimonials all at once, you could also do individual ones and speak more clearly, more detail about it. I mean, I've got a hormonal one, I've got an IBS one, I've got an immunity one, I've got a restless leg one. So I could do that all in one and make it really long, or I could put it all individually and make it much shorter so people can all do that. So you just have to search, Emma, for the group called Diamond Dreamers Testimonial, but I can put the link in the chat when we're finished. But I really want everyone to get in there and to get their own testimonials, up-to-date testimonials in there, because I think it's going to help our new people massively, if that's a way, not for them to stop doing what's already working for them, but then for them to do at some point in the future and bring it into it's so much more duplicatable. They haven't got to speak, they haven't got to know everything about everything. So I'm running out of time, so I think I'll have to leave it at that, Amy.
Yeah, definitely. And then what we can all do is obviously invite all our potentials. You know, you can invite your potentials to come and take a look at the group, which like Mum explained is going to be so good. So yeah, let's all get our testimonials put up in there, and then, you know, we can all use it to share it with our potentials, which is going to be amazing. So guys, I'm going to set up a new Zoom link. It's going to be the same code, the same link. So I'll end this and we'll restart, and I've got some of the diamonds coming on to share some of their top tips of how, you know, what they've done in the last 90 days to absolutely smash it and change their lives. So see you all in about a minute's time. We'll see you back on for some celebrations. Woo-hoo!